is my audience.
Hi, I'm Carly. Taylor.
I'm Jill.
Okay. Okay. So, every year in the U.S., between 70,000 and 80,000 people are arrested for prostitution. The breakdown of these arrests are 7% female, 20% male prostitutes and pimps, and just 10% johns, according to the HG.org Legal Resources Prostitution in the United States. When looking at the crime of prostitution, so much attention is being put on the prostitutes as criminals, but law enforcement should be putting more blame on the pimps and clients instead of ignoring their part in the crime. Confronting the demand for prostitution and stopping recruiters will put an end to prostitution and sex trafficking. I'm going to talk about the problems with prostitution. There are two, and then my solution and why I feel like the solution would work. First one is women who fall victim to this industry are brainwashed, forced, and or abused into the profession. Pimps target young impressionable girls, play mind games with them, gain their trust, which in turn gets the girls to do whatever they want. A lot of times, these prostitutes come from childhood neglect and abuse, or they could be running away from family problems at home and just desperate to find anything they can to make money or make a life for themselves. The second problem is a large majority of the arrests associated with prostitution are of women, while only a small amount of arrests are of the johns. People see buying the sex as no big deal, that the ones purchasing any trade in sex trafficking aren't the ones to blame, aren't any problem in this, so they only see people selling sex as criminals. So that means that even though they're committing the same crime, basically just being on different sides of the sex trade, they're getting different treatment. The solution, I think, to this problem would be confronting the demand for prostitution and stopping recruiters, penalizing buyers, exploiters, and traffickers. I think that would put an end to prostitution and sex trafficking. The sex workers wouldn't be arrested or penalized. They would probably just be guided in ways to help them or get them out of the trade. Anyway, to rehab or homes or just anything to get them back on their feet so they don't have to be a part of that profession anymore. I think this plan will work for a number of reasons. According to Donna M. Hughes in Prostitution, the Dynamics of Supply and Demand, if there were no men seeking to buy sex acts, no women would be bought and sold. So that just means, if you cut off the demand, there's no need for a supply, so that would just cut off the need for sex workers. And most women in this situation are just desperate to find a way out of the trade, so this would help because then if the johns or exploiters weren't there anymore, they'd be able to get out and aren't too scared and wouldn't have any issues there. In conclusion, the crime, just having so much attention on the prostitutes rather than the actual criminals who are the johns, exploiters, and pimps, they should actually be blamed rather than the sex workers themselves. So I think confronting the demand for prostitution and stopping the recruiters would end the whole issue altogether. Yeah. Okay.